I can do more in 10 seconds than you guys can.
Probably. That's nothing to brag about, though.
Hi, folks.
Yeah, it's staying in.
No, it's not.
Well, for 10 seconds it is.
All right, Paul decided we should tell you a little bit more about our weird lives.
Well, it's just that having the discussion about random things is sometimes more fun than just reviewing whatever bad movie, right?
Yeah.
He came up with some questions and told we all have 3 questions. Random, kind of like get to know us kind of questions, but it's about movies this time, not just random general about our lives.
So movie related. See what I did there?
7 out of 10.
You get a really high score rating.
Flaming pickles.
So, since this was your idea, why don't you come up with a question?
Well, first, we're doing the rapid fire again. Would you rather?
Okay. I think we matched almost every single time last time, except for 2.
This one might be different.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather view a new release in the theater or on your sofa?
Theater.
Theater. Like, well, that depends on the new release. If it's a good new release.
John Wick.
Any new release.
Theater.
Okay. Norm Peterson or Cliff Clavin?
Norm.
Cliff.
Adam Sandler, young, or Jim Carrey, young?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Price is Right or Wheel of Fortune?
Price is Right.
Yeah, Price is Right.
Watch cooking shows or National Geographic shows?
Cooking shows.
I go back and forth between these two.
I do too, but right now, cooking
Pick
shows.
one.
Rapid fire.
Cooking.
Swords and Sorcery or sci-fi?
Sci-fi.
Swords and sorcery.
Stargate or Star Trek The Next Generation?
Star Trek The Next Generation.
Stargate.
Julia Roberts or Sandra Bullock?
Sandra Bullock.
What age?
Overall.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock.
Jumanji or John Wick?
John Wick.
John Wick.
Is TV better now or in the 80s?
In the 80s.
80s.
Okay.
Not even a thought process there. The only show I am watching currently on TV just got discontinued. And so it was Bull.
Okay.
The courtroom
Well,
drama.
it went on for 8 seasons or whatever.
It was good.
Yeah, that's not discontinued. That's all of the actors are geriatric now.
They were signed up to do a season 6, and 2 actors decided not to come back at the last moment. So it was like they were ready for production. So it got canceled.
I
the
think
last
it's at the end of its natural life.
So I'm watching the Blue Jays baseball and Sens hockey, and that's it. That's what I'm paying $120 for cable for.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll start with my first question.
Sure.
Okay. What are the 2 or 3 horror movies that really got you? And you can say a specific scene or just how it lasted in your head.
For me, it was The Thing, the dog kennel, as a kid. That freaked me out.
Really?
So
Yeah. When it's taking over the dogs and the dogs are screaming in pain and they had to go in and they had to kill the dogs and that because it was the thing took over a dog.
And it comes out of the dog's face?
The face, the body, it's taken over the other dogs and the other dogs are in pain and it just got to me. I don't like seeing animals in pain.
That's one of mine.
And it freaked me out.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't mind that so much.
Did you see it when you were young, though?
I was probably too young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay. So I have a couple of them, and I don't even know what movie it's from, but there was a scene that haunted me through my childhood where there was somebody in a shower and then blood came out of the was that Carrie?
Oh, no, it can't be Carrie.
I don't know, but blood started coming out of the shower nozzle and made me scared to take showers for a long time when I was a kid.
Okay.
Right, so there was that, and I forget what movie it was from. Maybe you can tell me. I don't know what movie it is. There was. I was very young, but the first movie you ever took us to when we were kids was E.T. When E.T. jumps out of the bush, right, and everybody in the theater jumped. That was a little traumatic for me.
I wouldn't call it a horror movie though.
No, but it's not a horror movie, but that part scared me, right?
Okay, the intro to this video will be Dawn reenacting that part.
How you going to the bathroom today, everybody?
That's a new intro. It was my first jump scare, right? So that I remember. And then in Poltergeist, when the tree comes through the window, and when they were swimming in all of the corpses
In the pool, yeah.
in the pool, because those were real corpses. I found out after. Those are not dummies or anything. Those are real skeletons and stuff. Yeah, because it was cheaper. So
Okay.
those are mine.
Okay. Did I write mine down? No. Okay. One of mine was The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of mine was E.T., but not a specific scene. But like you, I was not able to go pee with the shower curtains closed because I was always scared something was behind there after seeing E.T. It's unrelated,
That's so weird. You guys are weird.
but we were scared. I think it was probably the first movie we ever went to see.
Yeah, it is. It's the first movie theater movie we saw.
E.T. The beloved Steven Spielberg film E.T.
But I was like 5.
Well, that's who it was geared for.
No, I don't think so.
And not any particular scene, but I was wicked scared of The Shining after seeing
Well, I
it.
liked The Shining when I saw it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to do another question?
What was a show that you watched after everyone else watched that you thought was so epic?
Breaking Bad for me. Like I was late to the game on that one, and I didn't want to because I'm not a big like drugs person, right? Like I don't like things that are like I still haven't even watched like Sons of Anarchy or anything like that, and I'm sure when I do, I'll be like, wow, that was really good. But Breaking Bad, I was like, well, it's about drugs, it's about meth or whatever. I'm not interested. And then I started watching it, and I was like, wow, that's really good. So Breaking Bad for me.
That's one of mine.
Yeah.
I'll have to go with the current show that I just watched, Billions, because I looked at it, I said, yeah, I like that actor, I'm going to give it, never did watch it. And then finally, after 6 seasons, I decided to watch it. And I got hooked immediately. And it is so good. I couldn't go to bed at night. I was trying to keep my eyes open like this so I could watch another episode. And I'd end up watching like 7 or 8 over the course of it. And they're an hour long. It's not like little 20-minute She-Hulk things. It's an hour long each one. And I watched night after night after night after night.
That's what I should have said. I should have said She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 4 of them. Breaking Bad, The Blacklist.
Okay.
Well, the first, say, 7.
Yeah. It gets ridiculous.
Yeah. The end seasons get so bad that I just turn it off. And my wife says, well, we're not going to keep watching? No. This is too bad.
Okay.
The West Wing.
Okay.
If you haven't seen The West Wing, that's a must-see. And the original Game of Thrones. Well, at least the first 5 seasons. I didn't see anything after that.
Right.
But I watched it way after everybody else, and now it was just, wow, this is so good.
Okay.
Another one for you might be Boston Legal that I hooked you into.
That was a really good show, but we're talking about all time.
Yeah, but it was well after the seasons had ended. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
show was
Oh,
off
yeah.
the air that he finally watched it.
Well, it's because I fell in love with James Spader from The Blacklist.
Yep.
And
Good.
last one. What was a show that
Wait,
you...
he hasn't answered yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
Yes, you did.
I was the first one to
Oh,
answer.
Breaking
Breaking
Bad.
Bad.
Okay.
what was a show that you associate watching with your parents or children?
All in the Family
Three's Company.
with my dad. The first raunchy sort of comedy, in a way. Not raunchy, but bigoted. Like Archie Bunker was
Yeah,
known.
he was awesome.
He was known. But I mean, they played both sides.
It was ironic bigotry.
Yeah,
Yes.
and he still had a heart. He didn't mean to be mean about it. He
It was like the Married with Children of yesteryear.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Well, without being ridiculous.
ridiculous.
You're
stuff.
right. Yeah.
Like just everything Archie tried to do was bad, and they had the meathead son-in-law. All in the Family with my dad. My dad used to crack up at that, and that's the one and of course, Hockey Night in Canada, Saturday night, watching hockey every Saturday night with my dad every single Saturday.
I've actually got a couple of. I got like a Three's Company, Chips, Knight Rider. Like there was some shows that that Mom used to, after we had gone to bed, Mom used to come and wake us up to go and watch it with her, and then go back to bed.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, I don't remember that.
yeah.
Maybe I wasn't included.
Happened all the time.
Happened all the time.
So
Mine, Three's Company, because we were a sitcom family. Three's Company and, say, Full House kind of thing.
yeah,
And then with my son, SpongeBob and Jimmy Two Shoes, like just the Nickelodeon cartoons that I don't know. Maybe you guys haven't experienced them, but they were epic, and it's just me and my son time. We
Right.
always have that now.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. What fantastic questions did you come up with at the spur of the moment after forgetting to do the?
Why don't you ask yours first?
Because I'm curious to see what yours was. I have mine. They were written down. I did
doesn't
mine immediately
mean
after
anything.
you send the text.
Okay,
But
all right.
I want to see your.
Who, in your opinion, is the most beautiful actress in the world?
Currently,
Yeah.
Currently.
In the world.
I'd say it was a toss up between, I guess, Gal Gadot and Charlize Theron. I'll pick Charlize Theron, however you want to say it. I've always liked her. The first time I saw her in a movie, the movie was crap, but she was nice to look at.
Do you remember the movie?
No, I remember her dancing at a party. That's it. but
Okay.
but she's the same in every movie. So every movie that she's been in, old guard. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I'm still going to go with my old crush, and I'll say Vanessa Hudgens.
Currently in the world, Vanessa Hudgens is the most beautiful actress in the world.
Well, if you have a thing for something, you have a thing for something.
Don's in love. Okay. So what do you think? Are theaters too expensive? Are they worth it for the average person to go to anymore? For what you get?
I'll still say yes. When you compare it, it's a night out. Like if we go to the movies, it's what, $12.50 to get in, and if we buy stuff, then it costs more money. But it's a night out for like $30. You can go to a hockey game; it's $100 and some. Go to the football game; it's $130. It's everything's expensive nowadays. I'll still take my movies.
I think paying to see a movie is worth it, but I don't buy anything there because that's not worth it.
Yeah.
We
But
sneak it in.
I know. You got to understand, though, that, I mean, now, if you wait 10 days, it's going to be on the TV.
No, 45 days.
You know what
That's
I mean?
the window, and you still got to pay for it.
It'll still be on your streaming services. Like, is it worth it just to wait?
The trouble
Wait it out.
is, I don't own every streaming service.
I do.
I don't have
Almost.
Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon.
I've got Amazon Prime, Disney, I've got Netflix.
Yeah.
See, to me, it's not worth it watching movies if you don't have anybody to enjoy them with or talk to them about. That's why we have the channel. We're talking about movies that we've seen.
Right.
But why stay at home alone and watch it on TV? Or coming to
Yeah.
Don's place and watching it on TV.
Yeah.
It's not like you're doing anything.
Watching Endgame at home is nothing like it was watching it in the theater, right? It's an experience. And that's part of the experience is those loud, noisy people talking in front of you.
Okay. All right. Okay. And how long is the perfect length for a movie? How long should a movie be? What's too long? What's too short?
It depends. Is it a good movie?
Is it a comedy?
A movie
Is
that
it
you
an
like-
action movie?
A movie, well, because there's a certain length of time that is enjoyable, like it's just right, and then even a good movie can become too long.
Yeah. 2.5 hour movies are usually too long.
Yeah, I agree.
Comedies should be about an hour and 40 minutes.
I think an hour and a half is a fair
Yeah.
for me.
And then I would say a drama closer to the 2 hour mark if it's a good thought process drama. And a really good but some action movies, they can be an hour and a half and be great. John Wick is shorter movies. So yeah, it really
Like
depends
the longer
on
it gets,
genre.
the more just like exposition you get.
Yeah, it's the filler stuff you don't need that just puts movies longer and longer and longer.
Yeah, I don't care if it's a 2-hour comedy or an hour and a half action or 2.5 hour drama.
Yeah.
I don't care. As long as it's the right length for that movie without filler.
Like the 3.5 hour cut of the Schneider cut was too long.
Much too long.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff.
Like we needed those Nordic women singing and sniffing sweaters.
Yes, yes, like I don't know.
That was a weird scene.
All right. Here's my question. So, what movie have you watched the most in your life?
Oh, Grease.
Grease,
We both watched Grease.
Oh yeah.
and I'll watch it again.
Yeah. As a kid, I would watch it, rewind it, and watch it again.
See, I watch a lot of movies a lot of times. I think one of the ones now that I probably watch the most is The Other Guys.
I've watched that a lot.
That was good. I've maybe seen it twice.
I've also watched The New Guy.
But
a lot.
I knew it before you guys knew it, kind of thing. And I used to watch it even before you guys knew
Well,
about
I
the
think
movie.
I saw it with you.
No,
It came out.
I think your first time watching it was in the hotel when we went on that trip.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds romantic.
you were there too.
Oh,
3 times as romantic.
We're a close family. Okay, name a stupid movie with bad acting and a terrible story that you kind of really like, and it can't be Jesus Christ,
I was just
Vampire
about to
Hunter.
say.
This had to be a mainstream movie. Come out in the theaters and that kind
In the
of stuff.
theaters.
Yeah.
Ah.
Terrible. Say that again.
Terrible acting,
Terrible acting.
bad story,
Bad story.
but you still kind of liked it, and you saw it in theaters. Had to be a mainstream movie and run in theaters.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
That breakdancing movie. Or
Oh, I
break
know.
or breaking.
Roller skating movie, isn't it? It's a roller skating movie.
Whatever.
Electric
That.
Boogaloo?
I don't know. Does it have to be in the theater?
Yeah, has to be in the theater.
Jack and Jill?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Adam Sandler's Jack and Jill.
Yeah, I
All right.
like everybody hates it, but I
Yeah.
found it okay.
For a good reason.
Wow. That was actually a good choice.
I saw a movie in theater called Spring Break.
I remember
It's
you talking about it.
4 guys who end up in Fort Lauderdale for spring break. And it is written so poorly, it is acted so badly, but there's just something that
But-
draws it to me.
But there's a half-naked Selena Gomez,
No, there's not.
isn't there? Oh, that's Spring Breakers.
Spring Breakers. And it's Vanessa Hudgens. No,
Both of them.
No, Selena Gomez is in a bikini. Vanessa Hudgens is in the pool naked.
Oh, bikini's not half naked.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
You can see that everywhere. But no, I like Spring Break. And because I saw it when it was my age to go to Spring Break. Like I was just coming out of high school kind of thing. And I want to go to Fort Lauderdale, I'll experience Spring Break and all
Right.
that kind of stuff. And this movie it's so bad, but it drew me into it. And
did?
I saw it while I was dating my wife at the time, soon to be wife,
Oh,
and that. So,
Revenge of the Nerds 2.
or
Okay.
one.
I-
No, one was awesome.
One was good. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Nerds 2 was objectively bad, but I
Yes.
had fun watching it.
But it was fun.
In fact, both Revenge of the Nerds movies were bad.
Yeah?
But,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Last question is, name a book series or just a standalone book that you would love to see made into a blockbuster movie. Lots of money put aside,
I
lot
already know
good
his
actors.
answer.
Oh, I don't know it. What?
Yeah, Terry Goodkind's The Sword of Truth series.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's an amazing book series.
That's Terry Good Times.
Good times.
Good kind.
Oh, good kind.
Yeah,
That's not any better.
yeah. No, it's about a
sword?
young wizard. He doesn't know he's a wizard, but he's like the first war wizard in thousands of years that's ever been built,
Harry Potter.
that's ever been born, and he is able to harness both additive magic and subtractive magic. Most people just have additive, okay, but he's able to harness, but he can't harness it at will. He can only call it forth with need, right? So, but the series goes on for like 16 or 20 books now. It's an incredible series. I've read the whole thing.
Okay, so I've read 6 of those books. I agree.
Okay.
That's a really good pick. But I'll go with like a real Game of Thrones quality Dragonlance. Because I don't want any of this.
All the books or the
Dragonlance trilogy. The original.
Dragon is Spring Dawning and Autumn Fall. Okay.
And if you want to go into the sequel trilogy, which was also really good, that's fine. But make sure you nail that original trilogy, because it can't be like the Dungeons and Dragons stuff they put in the theater now.
or the one that's going in now. Why they keep going with thieves? Why thieves?
And I don't want comedy. I want what the book is.
There could be some humor in it, but it has to be like Lord of the Rings serious.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I agree. I have no idea why anyone who's coming up with a Dungeons and Dragons story doesn't go to the Dragonlance Chronicles. How? It's the most epic story out there with Tanis Halfalvin and all that. Wow. Okay, I'll agree with that. My series would be the Richard Sharp series, which is a Napoleonic British series.
Why am I not surprised?
It's I've read the novels over and over and over again. I have them all on book on tape. Besides that, whenever I travel in the car, I listen to those books the whole time. You listened to one once with me on a long trip. And back in the day when we had cassettes, and I had like 35 cassettes in order to listen to this full novel. But you kept on saying, it keeps going. If to start off with a movie, it has to be Sharp's Eagle, which is the second story in the series. But it is the most epic out of them all, and it really explains the character. And it's just like, it is my favorite novel series of all time.
Yeah. And I think that they should redo Ender's Game, break it into 3 movies. You can't rush it all into and cram it all into one movie. It doesn't. You don't get the gist
I
of
don't
it.
know. I think that is a book meant for books.
Perhaps, but I think if done right, if done properly, it could have been a really good movie series.
Maybe
Has to
Night
be 3.
Shyamalan will make it for you.
It has to be 3 movies though. It has
Because
to be
it's even a short book. So to make it into 3 movies.
easily to show the progression of Ender's
Are you
ascent.
talking about the trilogy, or are you talking about Ender's
I'm just
Game?
talking about Ender's Game.
Ender's Game, he ends by destroying the bad guy. Not on the planet
Destroying
after
the
that.
Buggers planet. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mark was really disappointed with that movie.
I was.
I hadn't read the book, so I didn't care.
The movie, the book was great.
I think I introduced you to Sword of Truth and Ender's Game.
You did. You introduced me to both of them.
I'm a really good guy.
Yeah. So books, if you haven't read them, Ender's Game and the Sword of Truth series by Terry Goodkind. So
Sharp series.
that's my
Bernard Cromwell.
recommendation.
And your book series?
Dragonlance.
The Chronicles.
Yeah.
All right, that's our those are recommendations of books. Those are our bad movies. Those are just movie questions in general. What kind of movies did you guys watch and answer those questions? Leave some of those comments down below. Like, what horror movie scared you? What's that guilty pleasure? And who's the hottest woman? No, never mind. We'll leave that one to our imagination.
Imagination.